Hello. So we are going to solve chapter 6 questions of exercise and this of combustion and flame. The question 1 is list condition under which combustion can take place, and the answer will be combustion take place in presence of OFI, that is oxygen, fuel and ignition temperature. Question number 2 is the fill in the blanks. The burning of wood and coal causes dash of air. So the blank is filled with pollution of air. A liquid fuel used in home is LPG. Number C is fuel must be heated to its blank, that is ignition temperature, before it starts burning. D, fire produced by oil cannot be controlled by water because it is a dangerous. Then we have question number 3. Explain how the use of CNG in automobile has reduced pollution in our cities. You know that CNG is in automobiles has reduced pollution in our cities because it is less polluting fuel and has some benefits. It gives out harmful gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, and it does not leave behind any residue after its combustion. Question 4 is to compare LPG and wood as fuel. So we are seeing that LPG, it does not cause pollution, but the wood causes pollution. It causes polluted air. The LPG does not produce any smoke, but would produce smoke. Then the LPG is a liquid fuel and it is a solid fuel. It has more calorific value. LPG has 55,000 kilojoule per kg, but it has only 17,000 kilojoule per kg. It can be easily transported as LPG cylinders and it cannot be transported easily as LPG. Now we'll move to the question number 5, that is give reasons. A. Water is not used to control fires involving electrical equipment. The answer is since water is a good conductor of electricity and can shock the user because it can conduct electricity in the body of the person who is carrying water. Number B, LPG is better domestic fuel than wood. So just now we have discussed that LPG does not produce smoke and it has a more calorific value than the wood. So that's why it is a better fuel. And number C is paper by itself catches fire easily when a piece of paper wrapped around aluminum pipe does not. The heat that is produced by the fire is absorbed by the aluminium pipe and the piece of paper does not get its ignition temperature. So we have already discussed that is what are the requirements for combustion, that is OFI, oxygen, fuel and ignition temperature. So if anything has to get combustible or if combustion has to take place, then it should have these 3 points. Question 6, very easy. You can draw it from figure 6.3 in the chapter, and it's very easy. If you color it, it will be far more better in appearance. Question 7, name the unit in which calorific value of fuel is expressed. So as calorific value is equal to the amount of heat produced per weight of the substance, and here the unit becomes kilojoule per kilogram. The kilojoule is the amount of heat and kilogram is the weight of the substance. Question 8 is explain how CO2 is able to control fire, because CO2 is heavier than oxygen and when it is poured on the fire, it forms a blanket around the fire and stops supply of air. Question number 9. It is difficult to burn a heap of grass, but dry leaves catches fire easily. Explain. So the answer is in the same ignition temperature formula. The ignition temperature gets increased due to the water present in a heap of grass leaves. On the other hand, dry leaves are waterless, so they catch fire easily because they have a low ignition temperature, and as water is added, the ignition temperature increases, and hence it takes a time for burning. Which zone of flame does a goldsmith uses for melting gold and silver, and why? As in the last question we learned that the outermost zone of a flame is which is a non-luminous, and it is at the hottest zone and having more temperature. So this flame will be used by the goldsmith. Question number 11 is asking, in an experiment 4.5 kg of fuel was completely burned. The heat produced was measured in 1,80,000 kilojoule. Calculate the calorific value. So it's a very straight question. First write down the formula. Calorific value of fuel is equal to heat produced upon amount of fuel. So the heat produced is already shown here. Okay, 1,80,000 kilojoule, and the amount of fuel is also shown in kgs. So that is 4.5 kg. So when we do the division, we'll find that it becomes 40,000 kilojoule per kg. So writing unit is very important. If you don't write, then it does not give a correct answer. Answer now, question number 12. Can the process of rusting be called combustion? Discuss. Yes, the process of rusting is the formation of its oxide. So we can call this process of rusting as type of combustion, which is slow combustion. Abhida and Ramesh were doing an experiment in which water was to be heated in a beaker. Abhida kept beaker near the wick of a yellow part of candle flame. Ramesh kept the beaker in the outermost part of the flame. Whose water will get heated in the shorter time? So again come to the flame. Flame's outermost part will be the hottest part, and it will give more temperature to the water, and the water will become hot or will get heated faster. So these are the question answers of the exercise. Thank you.